I woke up and gave a conscious effort to make sure you small minds get the larger message. Fuck the paper, fuck the house you dressing. If you ain't got bars to back it up, it's not impressive. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it?
I only kick it how the hustlers talk. Yeah, and got receipts for shit a hustler bought. Me, I really had a brick inside a muscle car. We both got money, only difference is blood on all. All my niggas know it's street shit.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Nas, the guy, hiphopisreal.com, man. We are here with a super exclusive with a hip hop royalty right here, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Peace, y'all.
Yo, one of the realest ever, man, Chi Ali. Yo, man, this is an honor and a pleasure. I got shout outs to my bro Tiger for putting everything together, man. You already know. Yo, big moment for me, man. I just want to say, yo, it's a pleasure meeting you in person. And how you feeling today, though, man?
Feeling good, you know. We down in the DMV, so you know Washington just won the World Series. It's a good thing for the people in the area. You know, it gave me a team to root for, and my Yankees got the moon bounced out. But other than that, I'm just chilling, you know, enjoying life and book another kind of freedom. You know, that was my first time writing a book. I published it myself, everything myself. Big shouts to my brother Marlon. He edited it, but other than that, it was basically all my work. You know, just running with that. Me and my boy Mike's on, you know, doing our thing in the jails and schools and different things. He's also with the Women's March and Justice League Girls with Tamika and Linda and Carl. So, you know, we just working, trying to stay positive and, you know, put food on the table and help out where we can help out. You know, try to keep the people informed and aware and ready for whatever's next. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on in the world we live in today, so we're just trying to keep everybody informed. You know?
Nah, real talk, man. I want to start it off by just saying, man, who is Chi Ali, man? For those, you know.
Chi Ali, Bronx-born rapper of the native tongue from the early 90s. I came out with the likes of De La Soul, The Tribe Called Quest, Black Sheep, Queen Latifah, Red Alert, and rest in peace, Chris Lighty, Baby Chris, and we formed a dope bond early. I guess I was around 12, 13 through Queen Latifah. She happened to be staying around my way with her dancers, brother sisters. And that summer, you know, they used to be in co-op. All the rappers used to be over there. At the time, I think Chris was managing the Jungle Brothers. And that time in hip-hop, you know, Boogie Down Productions, the Jungle Brothers, you know, it was a strong movement. And me being from the Bronx, I always just loved BDP. And Chris was kind of linked with them. And then, you know, the Jungle Brothers, Sammy B was from the Bronx. So it was all like family. And Chris just took me under the wing and kind of showed me the game. And when he started his Violator imprint, I was the first artist he signed. I think I was probably about 15 or 16 when I signed. And it was just a dope experience. I mean, for me, you know, I was a young kid. I was 14, 15, hanging out with the motherfuckers that I was watching on videos growing up. You know, like I used to come home doing my homework watching Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One and G-Rap and Kwame, Kid and Play, Salt and Pepper, everybody, you know what I mean? So I was like the average kid that just grew up to hip-hop. Like, it wasn't like people always ask, like, yo, when you started listening to hip-hop? But it ain't no time. It's like from the time I can remember, it was hip-hop, you know what I mean? And whether it was Running Them, the Fat Boys time, it was like I came up at a time when I was 4 or 5 years old, where you start moving around and changing the stations, rap was blossoming, you know what I mean? So that's all I ever knew. I ain't know nothing else.
At that time, what was the feeling like? How did you actually transition from just like being a fan of it and then just actually being a part of it?
Like I said, I was just a fan growing up, average kid growing up in the Bronx, watching Video Music Box and Video Soul and The Box when I get home from school. I guess when I was around 12 or 13, I think my dad bought me some turntables and a mixer. So at that time, Bay Plaza in the Bronx was just opening up. I used to go to the Wiz. You know, all my money I used to spend on little 12 inches. And I used to try to DJ and whatnot. And, you know, make my little mixtapes and shit. And I guess I just always just had a few raps just from doing the mixtapes. And when like me and Chris was together one time and the opportunity presented itself, I had kicked one of the raps and that's how it started. But I never really was like, I'm gonna be a rapper or you know what I mean, nothing like that. I think them first raps was actually like poems.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, the flow is just rhyme, so I just said it like a rap, you know what I mean? But it just kind of happened. Like, I don't know how I really became a rapper, bro. Like, that shit kind of, I'm not going to say it just fell in my lap. Like, the people kind of just was around. And I just knew I wanted to be a part of it. Like, I knew I wanted to be a part of what was going on. I didn't know if I wanted to rap. Like I said, I was DJing. I used to love the dancing at the time. Like, I used to just I knew this was the scene I wanted to be around. And rapping was the form, it just came in. Like, that shit just was a blessing.
How'd you get your name?
That's my blood God-given name from my mom and daddy. Chi is my first name. Ali is my middle name. Chi is my name, man. Chi. That's how you know. If people be like, Chi Ali, they don't know me like that. I know me Chi, what up?
That's crazy.
Be like, Chi Ali, they don't know me like that. But,
so you was born given that name.
Mama, you gotta ask my mama that.
What made you not have a rap name, or you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I guess it just went. It just made sense. It just flowed.
You ever had a rap name?
Nah. Even back in the graffiti days, I think my brother had a graffiti name. I used to use my brother's graffiti name.
Okay.
I was always just Chi Ali.
My next question is, what do you represent?
As far as life, as far as hip hop, as far as where we
as far as you know, you being a man who experienced all of it.
I mean, I think I represent firstly, I represent fatherhood. I'm a father. I'm a proud, happy father. You know, I was away for 12 years and coming home. And to me, that's one of the best parts of being free, picking up to my children. That's dope. So I'm about that. I'm about being a father. I'm about my people, the struggle of my people mainly here in America, because this is where I'm at, this is where I came up at, this is what I know. I'm not saying other people's struggles ain't relevant or ain't a struggle, ain't important, but you know, I'm focusing on me right now, on my struggle, on what I'm representing. And, you know, just about justice, like, you know, sometimes we get so aggravated, we be like, yo, I hate white people, but it's like, I know some white people I love, so I know I don't hate all white people, you know what I mean? I know some decent, good people, and I think I know some black people that I'd rather not know, you know what I mean? So I think in every walk of life, every ethnicity, you're going to have good people, bad people, real, fake, straight, gay, you know what I'm saying? Liars, honest, all type of shit. I'm good. You know what I mean? So I'm just about righteousness. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not very religious, but I do believe in a higher power. And I just think, you know, when my day comes, I just want to make sure my rights outweigh my wrongs. So that's what I'm about as far as a man. As far as hip hop, I'm about hip hop. Like, you know, hip hop. I love niggas that care about what they say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean I'm against, you know, the party rap or the trap or whatever. I love everything. I swear to God, I truly listen to everybody, but I love hip hop. Like, at the end of the day, like when you go to my favorite artists or who I'm listening to now, like I listen to everybody, but I like MCs. I love Joel Ortiz's new project. Jadakiss is my personal favorite. I think Joe Buttons is nice. Fabulous is definitely, you know, in my top 5 that I listen to right now. Who else? I love Lil Fame from it. Like, I love niggas that rap they ass off. I like Dave East. He raps his ass like he raps, and like everybody, he better son, but he raps his ass off, and he represents to me hip hop. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if he don't never have a hit. He represents rap music, what rap is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at nobody for getting their money and doing what they came up doing. I love that too. But my heart and soul, like, it's hip hop. I love, you know what I'm saying? That's what I represent as far as music. You know.
You've lived a tough life. You talk about definitely in the past doing 12 years, man. Are rappers treated differently in prison?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's pros and cons. I think, you know, when people know you, it's gonna be people that hate on you, and it's gonna be people that, you know, whether you call them fans or, you know, dick ride or, you know, show you love, whatever you want to call it. But you're gonna always have both. In my experience, it was definitely a mix. I think it was more love than hate, though, only because I think a lot of it is the way I carry myself. Like, I'm laid back, humble. Like, even now, like, I smoke my weed, I'm out the way. I ain't fucking with nobody. But in jail, I was kind of the same way. I kind of, you know, was into my workout. If I was smoking, you know, I went through spurts where I smoked. You know, I'd be smoking my shit, lay back in the cell, cool out, read my book, you know what I'm saying, dirt, whatever. You know what I mean? But I ain't really fuck with nobody. So it got to a point where, like, even the dickhead officers, like, I was in jail so long, like, it would be a dickhead officer where he may be like, oh, and a cool officer be like, nah, man, she don't fuck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I just wanted to come home, you know what I'm saying, stay out the way. I wasn't trying to catch no new ones, you know what I mean? I was working out, playing poker, and staying out the way. But I think it definitely has its pros and cons with everything. I mean, you're gonna, you know, have some COs that'll give you food because of who you is, and then you're gonna have some that maybe like, oh, he think he all that and want to deny you a shower. You know what I'm saying? Simple, stupid shit. But, you know, it's like everything in life. I think this shit balance out.
What was, like, I guess, like, some of your toughest things that you had to deal with being in there?
I mean, the toughest thing is, you know, not being able to leave.
12 years, like, that's,
yeah,
like,
you know, and I'm used to being able to leave when I want to leave, and, you know, eat when I want to eat, and whatever I want to do, whatever. Then, you know, missing your family, and then as the years go by, it's like, all right, enough is enough. Like, damn. And it's like, shit, I got 6 more years to do. I got 5 more years to do. You know, you still got a long time left. So, I mean, a lot of it was rough, but I guess when you're in a situation where, you know, you don't really have a choice about it, you adapt. And I mean, I just tried to make, they gave me lemons, I tried to make lemonade, you know what I mean? Tried to make the best out of a bad situation. I mean, I knew, you know, certain shit wasn't gonna make it better. You know, crying ain't gonna make it better. Sniffing a little heroin or getting on medication ain't gonna make it better. With no homos ain't gonna make it better.
Yeah.
I just did it like a stand-up dude and just tried to get it over with. You know?
Did you have any like problems in jail?
I think when I was on the island, you know, in the beginning, because when I was on the island, I was young still. I was 22, 23, so we was young. That's where I met GK at.
Who's GK? The people who don't know.
China Mac. I was going to say Genghis Khan, nigga. Now that's my nigga China Mac.
How'd you meet?
Big shouts to China Mac. I think me and GK met in the Beacon. I believe we met either in 8 block or 9 block in the Beacon. Maybe, I know we was in 9, but we might have met in 8 block, but I know we was in 9 block together.
He was always speaking highly of you, and he fucked with you.
GK was always stand up, good nigga, that's my nigga. You know, we always had a good relationship. When later on, you know, the island was kind of wild. We didn't really click on the island. We knew who each other was and shit. You know, we was cool. We said what's up, but we clicked in Sing Sing. I think he was in Sing Sing before me, I think. And they had, you know, they just had a lot of shit going on. They had the acting program, which he was a part of. Then they had, you know, like music classes. Like Sing Sing was kind of lit as far as the programs, and he was in the middle of a lot of that shit. As soon as I came, he kind of, you know, pulled me into a lot of that shit. So it was definitely, you know, always good things for my boy China Mac. You know, he's doing his thing out there. You know, I love you, bro. I know we ain't see eye to eye about one thing in life, but that was some short bread.
Did you ever see like battle raps in there? Speaking of
in jail?
Yeah.
With GK?
Or just with anybody?
I mean, I've definitely seen him rap in jail.
Did you ever? Like, Did you ever?
I mean,
battle
I've rapped, never battle rapped. Did GK probably battled a few niggas, but it would be more like ciphers, the niggas just rhyming. You know what I'm saying? If it was, if it was certain niggas might be battling for some packs of cigarettes or whatever, or even like it might just be a cipher. But if me and you ain't really like each other, we might just be, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole cipher, but I'm focusing my energy on you, you know what I'm saying? Like that, a lot of that type shit. And I give a lot of props to GK only because, being Chinese and New York State jail system, that's just not easy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think, especially from Rikers Island when we was young motherfuckers is retarded, B. Young motherfuckers is stupid, and I know, just the Chinese jokes everywhere from Bruce Lee, just stupid shit.
Yeah.
Where when you dealing with ignorant motherfuckers,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that shit was as rough as it was me, like a little extra rough because of who I was. I know him being Chinese, you know what I'm saying? It was especially rough for him too. So we probably might have clicked, not even knowing, because we had a different bond, just because it was just a different roughness for both of us, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, he a tough kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come out of that unscathed and with love like he got and I got unless you right and tough and right. You gotta be right, you know what I'm saying? Like, jail is like the rest of the world. It's a bunch of talking, and when you got a name like me being Chi Ali or GK being the Chinese motherfucker, like motherfuckers can't wait to do some dirt. Like, oh, that nigga's a rat, or that nigga was fucking with a homo. So if he was or I was, you would have heard about it. That's what I love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's one of the things I love. You would have knew about it, because that shit talk like the streets. Motherfuckers can't wait to do dirt on the name. So, stand up nigga as far as I know, you know what I mean? Like I said.
See Gutter.
Gutter, my nigga. Gutter, a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Gutter, a warrior.
You put your life on the line, eh?
Yeah, Gutter, my nigga. Gutter, Gutter's the big crip, the big homie. Big shouts to see Gutter.
Was that your most intense situation while you was locked down? As far as getting into
my most intense situation. Yeah, because everything else, when I was up north, any situation really wasn't my situation. You know what I'm saying? It was just, my team, somebody on my team, and if we didn't ride out, fuck it. But that was my situation. Well, it was Gutter's situation, but kind of my situation too. But Gutter's family, that's family. I'm gonna ride for him.
We just did an interview with Gangsta Lou too.
Lou, my nigga, Lou family.
And he said that he was family.
My mom and pop's family, Lou.
Right.
Lou, since I was a young pup, so I was about 12, 13 years old.
Right.
Big shouts to Lou.
Well, what's that mind state of guys like being locked down like that? You know what I'm saying? And then you walking out, 12 years locked in, and then seeing the world.
It's kind of, it's like unbelievable, like unreal. Like, how you might think about like Oprah, like if you had money like that, or if you had like the mega jackpot, that shit for 400 million, you'd be like, damn, if I had 400 million. Like, it just was mad days of that. Not with the money, but damn, when I get home, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, just dreaming. Just dreaming. Like, that's what it is, waiting for your day to come, just dreaming. And then when it comes, it's like you can't believe it. Like, half of you is just want to stay away from niggas because you're not trying to get in no beef. Want to stay away from police because you ain't trying to get in no beef. You don't want no smoke with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You just want to make your date. And then, like, when it came for me, my family was there. It was just an ill feeling.
Well, if you could describe it, what was that like, waking up like the night before and then knowing that tomorrow you're going home?
I was just trying to sleep. Like, I was like, I wanted to sleep so the night wouldn't seem like it's taking forever to go by. So I think I was up for like a day or two before. And then I think I got a few hours sleep and shit, probably like 3-4 hours sleep. I got up early with the day room. I think I probably ate a bagel or something. I was watching the news. And then, you know, as niggas start waking up, niggas getting ready for program to go on the program, you know, my niggas was just like, yo, showing me love, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it was ill because as much as you can't wait to get the fuck out of there, niggas fighting back tears. Like, why the fuck am I crying? I'm going home. But it's like, it's the bond you build with niggas through the years, you know what I'm saying? Through years and years of struggle and pain. And niggas, some niggas, you know, for years that been down like you know, their family, their moms, their kid, their wife, whoever. And it's like, yo, it's just an ill feeling, you know, like that shit hurts to lose the bros. You know what I mean? It's some bad men in jail, but it's some good motherfuckers too. I'm not gonna say it's a lot, but it's a few good individuals, and it's some great minds, a bunch of great minds in there. Even some of the bad ones, there's some great minds. You know, just big shouts to my boy King, big shouts to my boy Ty. He just made his board. You know.
Well, what does doing time like that do to your psyche or your mental?
I mean, I think it can. It's gonna affect everybody different.
Okay.
It made me a little bit bitter. Just cause you just away from the world, and you know, just disappointment. You might expect a visit and it don't come, or a letter and it don't come, some money and it don't come, whatever. Or just even on a phone call, if people ain't like it's hyped to hear you, or you know what I'm saying, you're not thinking that this motherfucker just had a terrible day, might have just lost their job or whatever. Any type of thing could have happened that they fucked up. When you call, you just want them to answer, and they need to be in a good mood because you on the phone, and that ain't reality. You know what I mean? So sometimes you might not get the response you want, and you know shit get a little crazy. But you know, I was blessed, man. For the most part, I was crazy blessed, man.
How were you able to deal with dealing with your actions that kind of got you in that situation?
I mean, I think at some point it's about taking responsibility. A lot of shit is just with age and maturity and growth. And once you cop out, it's like shit. It's a lot easier to take responsibility because it's like shit. You doing the time for it, nigga. You did it, you know what I mean? And it's like for a while, you know, with the whole shit that happened, it was a dispute, you know, a whole bunch of shit with my baby moms and all that, you know. You know, I was home and she called me and then shit got crazy. So for a long time, I'm not gonna say I held resentment, but I was like, damn, why this motherfucker call me? Like I was home minding my business. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, alright, yeah, she called you, but you think she called you to go over there and kill her motherfucking brother? Like, that ain't what she called you for, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I had to look in the mirror and realize, yeah, alright, she called you, nigga, but you did what you did. You went up there with a gun, you shot him, you could have did 8,000 other things. You could have did nothing. You could have fought, you could have talked, you could have left it alone. You know what I'm saying? There's a million things that you could have did. You chose to do that. And you know, at some point, I don't know exactly when, what age, or when I just accepted it. But that's what it is. That's something that I did. And I think that's something that everybody needs to know. Every decision and move you make is on you. That's your choice. You always got a choice. Don't never blame nobody else. Because we be like, oh, this nigga made me do it. No one made you do nothing. If you punch me in my face right now, I can't say, well, he made me hit him back, he made me fight him. Nah, because I could do nothing. I could go tell the cops, I could hold my jaw, I could say, did you record that? I could attack you. It's a bunch. I could get a stick. It's a million things I could do. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do is on you. So don't let nobody get that power. Like you told me earlier, don't let nobody get that power in your brain where they, got you making moves that you may regret.
Yeah, allowing people to control your actions when because people know your triggers, know your buttons. Like you said, people know who you are.
Yeah, that space in your brain. And it's a process. It's not an overnight thing. It comes with time and maturity. And it's one of those things that's easy to say, but when you're in a situation, when it's you in a situation, you know what I'm saying? you be like, man, fuck that shit. It's easy to jump out the window too. It's hard to have common sense, you know. When you like, yo, Chief, this nigga slapped me, what should I do? Yo, just chill. But when you got slapped, you like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna kill the world. I'm gonna shoot up the whole stadium. You know? So,
have you gotten like, you know, approached or people feeling ways about what you've done and things like that, or have you put all those things to rest and
I
dealing
think
with that?
mostly everything is to rest. When I first came home, I was out somewhere, and a woman kind of came up to me and went crazy on me. I guess she was a friend of the deceased, and we was like in the public. We was at Ricardo's on the east side of the restaurant, and I was kind of fresh out, so I wasn't really ready for all of that. And, you know, before shit got crazy, like, I think it was the space was closed and the place was closed, and I think the manager jumped in between and, you know, got the lady out of there. She was a bit irate. But other than that, nah, shit been regular.
Like one thing I always hear, like, you know, for people who's been locked up, is like they said, you know, people are somewhat more respectable in jail, you know, than sometimes in you know, society and things like that.
Definitely.
Was it like a shock coming out too, dealing with society with the advancements and things in technology?
I think it was a shock because for the most part when I came home I was with my wife and kids, so like I was just trying to really not be shocked, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I was mentally like, yo,
Shit about to be different.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different, you know what I mean? And you gotta understand, everybody ain't on that time. Like some niggas playing out. Some niggas are playing and be like, well, you should have sucked my dick, man. And they don't mean they really want you to do it, or you shouldn't mean want to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas just play like that. I'm not saying that's right. But for everybody, they ain't even saying it with the same aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's about, you got to control, have that control, man.
No, go ahead.
No, you think like the youngins right now speaking all this like something like dick shit, extra shit. Like I feel like it's more extra now.
They come up with no real morals, and a lot of them haven't gone through a lot. I look at it like, yo, a lot of these kids, parents is doing alright. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing alright. We take good care of our kids. I feel like, and some of us at least, you know, and the people I'm around, so. It's like they struggle was a little different, so you know, shit wasn't as serious. Maybe, you know what I mean. So whereas the principles and morals was more intact back then. You know what I'm saying? Where now it's like now it's just as many motherfuckers that say Tekashi did doing the right thing as saying he did the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit is just twisted, man. But I mean, I think the kids is kids, man.
What you think about Tekashi?
Tekashi's a rat. He telling. He told rather. No good. No good. There's no more good.
Do you feel like just him or the whole system or the whole way it's built? Because I don't think it's just him that was the only person that was informing. Like,
whoever told.
Yeah.
As far as the street, the street side of me, whoever told is no good. I just feel like the people Garcia told on was supposed to be a little smarter. I feel like most of them have been in jail before, so they know what it is. They gang members, they know what it is. They kind of know this shit is real. You know, especially if they hire gang members, they know niggas that's never coming home. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know it's real. So I think when you know, that's supposed to be half the battle. So if you know it's real, they were supposed to, you know, keep shit a little structured, a lot better, I guess. And I feel like, you know, they had the money tree. When you got the money tree, you shake the money tree. You don't rip it out the ground. You know what I'm saying? You gotta water it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure nurture it. Make it feel good sometimes. You know, just sit under the tree and tell the story and shit. You know what I mean? You gotta, they had like a life-changing bag at the tip of their hands. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't nurture it. I feel like they didn't nurture it correctly. Like they just try to rip all the fruit out. They just rip it all apart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that part of me is like, damn, my niggas had it and let it out their grass with a bunch of silliness. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, it's a bunch of silliness. Like their whole case is boiled down to about 7, 8, 9 different events that took place. All the days and minutes and hours you on Earth. Talking about 4 minutes right here with this one. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes here.
And now y'all doing 15, 11, 20, whoever.
You know what I'm saying? A total of probably 2 minutes. Rap niggas, you know what I mean? It's just fucked up, man. I expect it from tough niggas, so I damn sure would expect it from him. You know what I mean? So,
what do you think about?
At the same time, I don't like me saying I expect it. I don't condone it. I feel like people be like, oh, they was trying to kill him and all that. No, listen. He was locked up for the shit he did. You know, he wasn't facing time because niggas tried to kill him. You know, he also was doing dirt too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got the whole, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think about snitching in this generation becoming a more prevalent thing? And people like, yo.
I think it's no good, but I think if you from my generation or any generation, you need to know what's going on and know that it's no good, it's nasty out here. Like, you gotta know, knowing is half the battle. If you know it's nasty out here, you got to either chill or you gotta know it's cameras, niggas is nasty.
Yeah.
And if you ain't gonna chill, you might want to move along. Or, you know, expect the unexpected. Or expect the expected.
Yeah.
Expect it, nigga.
What do you think about, you know, it's like when I even say the snitching becoming more prevalent, even guys snitch on themselves now. Instagram, we on the phone.
I mean,
all of that, cameras, like, you know what I mean? Like you said, everything is being watched now. So it's like,
be careful. I tell my kids all the time, just with little shit like, you know, smoking weed and shit like that. I'm like, yo, shit like that. And I tell kids when I speak at schools, you don't really want to post shit like that. Nothing negative, only because it can, even if it can't help you. How is it helping you? It could definitely hurt you, whether it's now, a month from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. It can hurt you.
And what do you even think about them using?
They'll be looking at you smoking weed. And I'm not saying don't smoke. I'm saying don't post it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about them even using lyrics from songs, situations, and using that in the court of law to actually prosecute people and shit like that?
Bullshit, because if the music is entertainment, sometimes I might not even have wrote the whole rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So what if you wrote me around and I said it? How the fuck they gonna yo violent ass writing style to me? You know what I'm saying? Like that's bullshit. They don't do that to actors. We're actors. You know what I'm saying? You know, imagine if Wesley Snipes, when he went for tax evasion, if they was like, yo, you know how many niggas you killed in Blade in New Jack City? You know what I mean? Think about it. He was acting. So how is niggas signing deals, making up names? Like entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Like with Bobby Shmurda, you see
some
they use
niggas that say they real ain't real.
Yeah.
So some niggas really is lying.
Because even with Bobby Shmurda, they were using his music to help convict them and things like that.
I feel that's bullshit. The music is entertainment. Like, you don't know if he wrote all the rhymes, if he's authentic. It's entertainment. I don't feel like that shit should be used. Like, that shit should be inadmissible. How do you know if I'm not a lying ass rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas be talking about how they got $8 million and be having $8,000. They can't use that against them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lying there. You know what I'm saying? So, if you lie there, everything you say could be a lie, right? Come on, man.
In 2019, you know, you Chi-Ali, 2020's coming up and things like that. How do somebody like you, you know, continue to, I guess, monetize your celebrity? You know what I'm saying?
Basically, well, right now, I just wrote and published my autobiography, Another Kind of Freedom. You can check it out, chialibx.com or on Amazon. So I'm, you know, selling my book, and I go different places doing, you know, book signings and whatnot. And I speak at the jails and I speak at schools and different things and whatnot. And you know, when the music calls, I do music too. I do it all. You know, I'm here, man.
So you still got the passion for making music?
Not like I used to, but when I do music now, it's more about my brand. You know what I'm saying? Only because it's like, yo, this shit is just it's different now, man. This shit is so different now. Niggas kind of drink, you know. You know, but it's all good.
What do you mean?
It's just the industry, just the individual, not the industry, but the individuals, I guess, that's in power. And just not even all of them is in power, just the individuals in the industry. It's just a lot of corny shit. Shit I just rather not be around, you know, and I'm getting older, so it's like shit. I don't want to be around it, huh?
What kind of corny?
Give me this, like example. Alright, like back in the days, if you was from LA and I was from New York, right? Mm-hmm. And we wanted to do a song together, we had to literally, I had to be in LA or you had to come to New York, you know what I'm saying? Or we in Chicago or somewhere and get it done. But we made it happen. Nowadays it's easier. You can just email a nigga a song, right? But it's like, yo, with some motherfucker, you would think it's harder. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, I get it. Some niggas want to get paid. Some niggas may not want to do it. But the fake shit is like, niggas don't know how to say no. Like that shit like that. Like, I don't want to be around people that want to give me their number and so, you know, they text back once and then disappear. We texting, having a conversation, and they just disappear. Like, that shit is weird old shit. Like, that's, like, we not 100 if it's like that. And then when people really act like it's all 100. So I just don't want to be around, like, shit, little shit like that. Like, just little bullshit.
You think a lot of those industry people are like that?
A lot of industry people is like that.
We all know it, so it ain't no... And the high horse.
Huh?
Down that high horse, ego.
I mean, a lot of it is ego. Sometimes it may just be a motherfucker don't want to hurt a nigga feelings. I don't know. You know, it ain't always that. But it's like, yo, I mean, be real. You know what I mean? That's me. Like, shit, I don't want to call you about a song if you don't want to do a song with me. If you ask me to do a song and I don't want to do it, and I want to tell you I don't even fuck with the music no more.
I remember you did it.
I don't even fuck with it no more. If I want to do a song with you, we'll do it.
Fat Joe did that song with you too.
But straight up and down, I could be leaving the studio with you, and you could be like, yo, let's do a song. I'll be like, yo, I don't even rap no more. You'd be like, but yeah, that was my last. I retired. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, because I don't want to be beefing with a nigga or nothing over no stupid shit, but at the same time, I don't want you to think I'm doing it if I'm not doing it, because I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. But people is phony baloney.
So when was the last time you recorded, or you know?
Me and Mice did some shit not too long ago. I guess about 2 months ago. But Mice is always in the studio. But I think I recorded it probably about 2 months ago.
Yeah, you and my son, man. You guys like brothers, man. When did you first meet my son?
Met Mice when I guess I was around 15, 16. You know, childhood friends. We met through my man Boogie. You know, he used to stay with his grandmother in Story Ave in the Bronx. One of my mans is from over there from this block, and my man is from this block was a lot older than me, so one day he introduced us and we just clicked and started hanging and running like thieves in the night. You know what I mean? That's my bro.
He was rapping even then? Mm-hmm. I say he wasn't even making.
He wasn't rapping. I mean, at the time, I think it was in his vision. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't rapping like that. Definitely not.
What's your thoughts of his growth and, you know what I'm saying, how he was able to come home and do what he done as well?
I mean, not even just coming home, but like in the last 2-3 years, his growth is amazing. I'm so proud of my brother, his work, what he's standing for, what he's saying. He believes in what he's doing. And, he's doing excellent work for our people. And there's a lot of people, not a lot, but there's people that be negative, you know, whether it's Instagram or whatever. And my shit is for the people that's negative, just make sure you're doing something. If you're doing some positive shit, like official shit, and you feel away, cool. But don't be the nigga like, oh, marching ain't gonna do nothing, or you a fake this, or that's not gonna work, or you don't do anything. Like, you just shooting down, bang bang, I'm gonna shoot down every y'all. I don't got no ideas, I don't wanna help, but I just wanna tell you the shit y'all trying to help with, that ain't helping either. We don't need none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is just whack. And it's like, that's what I hate sometimes about our people. It's like, yo, like your people, Chinese people as a whole, you know what I'm saying? You may not agree with everything GK say or your people say, right? But if it's an outsider, you're gonna shut up. You're not going, oh, GK ain't shit, GK just trying to do that. And that's what we do to you. Black people are the only people do it. Like Jews might not agree with everything another Jew saying, but they gonna mind their fucking business and shut the fuck up. Black people, we can't mind our business. We gotta, nah, he just wants some money. You know us, man. We critical thinkers when it come to other niggas, man.
Why is everybody?
Word, man.
Now, I know you said you were working on a documentary. I know you said you was working on a documentary.
Yeah, the documentary is actually done.
Okay.
My brother Tom and my boy Barnes, Jeff, this is Shifles. The documentary we shot about like from 14 or 15 to about, we finished it I guess 2018. More or less, it's my life. You know, we just walk through my life. I guess it's definitely not as in depth as. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as in depth as the book. Okay. But it's dope. You know, it's a visual, so it's dope. We go to co-op, different places I grew up, monumental times in my life, different monumental people in my life. And it's just dope. I mean, the shit when we premiered it at the Beverly Hills Film Festival. I was like, yo, the shit was standing room only, like motherfuckers was crying, like it was just a dope look. So, and since then, everybody's been asking me. So, for the people that's asking me, it's not on Netflix yet. You can't see it yet. We're shopping it. We're trying to get some bread, all right? So, if Netflix give us some bread or Hulu, somebody, let us get our money, and then y'all all can see it. Okay,
while you loving, one thing I wanted to ask you, just for artists, and are you, what's your thoughts on the way streaming is now the new way of making money? Do you think it's a positive or a negative thing as far as the money aspect in the game?
I think any way we can make money is a goal. Any way, so the streaming, I think, or part of me in my phone, we just been, my shit been clicking, hopping with it. I think it's all a go. Any way niggas can make some money legally, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I love it. I love that we kind of took the labels out the game a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody kind of get in where they fit in. I mean, it's still label play and it's still a money game and all that, but I think it's dope. I think everything new is dope. You gotta evolve. And, you can't get stuck in the old times. It's 2020, like you said. It's time.
I always wanted to ask you too. Do you ever pay attention to the comments and like how people felt like when you went on Vlad? And you know what I'm saying, their thoughts on how, I guess, you were talking and things like that, and how honest and raw you were with, just giving your life, you know what I'm saying? Some people be like, yo, Vlad's a cop or whatever, or why would you say that, or things like that. Do you, do you think about, or do you see?
I mean, I think anybody that watched my Vlad interview will understand why I said what I said and probably won't have nothing negative to say. They'll be like, okay, and understand me, and be like, yeah, I probably would have did something or this, that, made a change or whatever. But won't have nothing negative to say. I feel like Vlad, like we did a dope interview. It just was inconsistent with why I thought I was there. At the time I was in Cali pushing my book. So, we set up the interview. I thought it was to talk about my book. Not saying we couldn't talk about everything else, but let's talk about the book too as well. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he didn't really get into that, and then that wasn't cool. But other than that, the interview was dope. It's just his headlines, you know, he's putting clickbait. You know, he's gonna put headlines so people go to the interview. But every headline, if you would have read it, you would have been like, Chi Ali's a dickhead. This nigga's an asshole. Oh my God, this nigga just came home and he did that? Oh, this nigga's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the interview, the nigga answered me shit, so in 1998, when you were on probation and caught your second gun charge, and I'm like, yeah, I was on probation and caught my second gun charge while I was still on probation. But then in the clickbait, in the headline, it'll say, Chi Ali talks owning a gun while still on parole. Like, nigga, what? I was on probation, 98? No. Like, you trying to get me sent to prison? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's whack, bro. Like, don't do me like that, homie, because that's nothing with what I said. Like, you taking my words completely out of context, and I realized you gotta get viewers, but be a little more responsible, man. Get viewers in a better way than making me look like a dickhead, homie. Like, I thought we was cool. Like, don't make your man look bad if we cool. And if we not cool, stop acting like we cool. But that was I thought the interview was dope. I just felt like the headlines he used made me look like an idiot. Like, it was no way you could see, if you was on Instagram scrolling and seen the headlines, there's no way you could have read some of the shit he used and been like, anything besides Chi Ali's an asshole. He a dick. He's a stupid nigga. Nothing else you could think but that with some of the headlines he put. And it was so inaccurate. And people watch the interview, they like, yo, that shit was a dope interview. I love the way you express yourself. But you don't know. A lot of I don't watch interviews. I be on Instagram. So I'd have just been like, this nigga's a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to Vlad to watch no Chi Ali. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as far as, you know, just a fan and watching and everything like that, I definitely thought it was a dope interview. Really gave insight on, like, real detail about some of the things you went through, and it was just amazing, like, because you went through some shit, like, and you definitely kept a calm demeanor throughout the whole situation. It seemed like, where do you get that calmness? You know what I'm saying? Even when it seemed like at the height.
A lot of that shit is jail. When you in a cell and like the jail is locked down and you starving, ain't no hot water, and you banging and want to wash and want to eat, and it's nothing shaking, it's nothing moving. Like, yo, nothing. COs ain't even on the gallery. They like, man, the jail locked down. We feed y'all when we feed y'all. Like, you just learn to be patient, and you, after a while with that shit, you learn that the more urgent you are, a lot of the COs is just, if they see you in a rush, they gonna take their time. You know, that type of situation. So I learned to just go with the flow. Fuck it, I love it. Y'all wanna wait? If I got time and we gonna wait, well, let's wait. Let's kick our feet. I'm gonna roll up while we wait. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And you just kill niggas with kindness, man. Sometimes all that riff-raff and shit, it ain't even necessary. And it don't change or solve nothing, you know what I'm saying? Especially like when you're in jail, like all the yelling, they gonna kill you, anything, they gonna open that cell when they ready. Not before that, you know what I'm saying? And if you feel a certain way and get out and stupid, they gonna jump you, put you in the box, give you a new charge, fuck up all your property, throw Kool-Aid and water over your mother's dead mother's pictures and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just violate you. So you learn to you choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like.
You know, that's crazy too. Like, you think about that. Like, if you home and you regular, certain shit you wouldn't take from nobody to do some violation shit. Before, then you get locked up, then the nigga violate or could violate you and has the right and the power to violate you however you want, whenever you want. So you come home, it would imagine that you could be less, you couldn't let somebody drive you to do some wild shit.
Coming home, you also be resentful, like that you had to deal with a lot of this.
Okay. So you're not taking shit from nobody.
Like, I mean, that shit is resentful. I mean, you grow resentment. It's times when little shit, like when you getting short to go home, or when you might have a trailer visit with your wife. And, you know, police may violate your man. And you like, hey, yo, and they like, yo, keep it moving. And, you know, if it was you getting violated, you don't want your man to leave you and keep it moving. And you know your man ain't doing nothing because you was with him. You know what I'm saying? But you know you short. Damn, I'm going home. Or damn, my trailer's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be shit like that, and then you keep it moving, and 20 minutes later you hear, yo, you heard they fucked such up? Yeah, he in the hospital. You like, wow, I just let it be shit like that. Then you gotta look in the mirror, and you feeling like a stone cold sucker nigga. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, them be the scars that you got to live with and that's hard to heal from. You know what I mean? And you know, your family don't understand if you do go out with your man, your wife don't want to hear that. She don't know him. She don't give a fuck about him. Your mother don't give a fuck about him. You know what I'm saying? Well, was the police bothering you? Why you ain't mind your business? Mommy, because he ain't do nothing. If I ain't do nothing, I wouldn't have want him to leave me and mind his business. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's tough, man. A couple last things I want to ask you, man. For anybody, like, because you went through it and you lived it, for any young kid getting into business at 15, 14, things like that young, into this grown industry, what advice would you give to any kids like that, you know what I'm saying, who's walking into that lifestyle?
My advice to niggas getting in the industry is just write, and rap as much as you can, and just master your craft. It's like, yo, a lot of the motherfuckers, the Lil Waynes and the Frenches and the people that's popping, like, you see them blinging at the parties and all that, but a lot of these niggas live in the studios. Like, these niggas is masters of their craft. A lot of them is really working hard and, you know, really just getting familiar with their craft and just be good at what you do, because it's a great chance you're not gonna make it, and it's a great chance you may never have an opportunity to pop. But if you do, you want to be ready. You stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready. You want to be ready and be able to pop off, because you don't know if that opportunity is ever going to present itself again, or in that fashion, or with that person. You know what I'm saying? So just stay ready and master your craft, man. Be nice, because at the end of the day, as much as the money rules it, when you nice, the cream always rises to the top. You know what I'm saying? Certain niggas can't be denied. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. If you that nice, somebody is gonna be like, you gotta hear my man, to somebody, and he gonna be like, yo, this nigga's so nice, you gotta hear this nigga though. And till somebody gets you know what I'm saying? When you that talented, it's just hard to find that talent now, because 9 out of 10 niggas rap. So when so many niggas rap, a nigga, when the time he get to that nigga, he rapped out and don't even want to hear. He burnt out. I don't listen to K Slade said, yo, I couldn't listen to it. If you knew how much music was in my DMs, he was like, I couldn't listen to it all if I wanted to. Imagine what his life is like. He looking for some pussy, somebody for some action, man. So I didn't too deal. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I know he gets tired of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. But master your craft, man. Don't stop. Just master your craft. Nah,
real talk. And last thing I want to say is, what is hip hop to Chi Ali?
Hip hop is what I was brought up to, is the culture I was brought up to. Rap is music. Hip hop is the culture I was brought up to. It's graffiti, it's b-boys, it's dancing, it's beats, it's MCs, it's DJs. It's the way you wearing that hoodie and that hat right now. It's style, the way we dress. All of that is hip hop to me. That's all hip hop. Like, that's all I got it from. The music, the video, everything I got from hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Now we here, man. You already know. Knowledge of God, hip hop is real. If I get a shout out for hip hop is real, like hip hop is real. Yeah.
You already know what it is. Chi Ali. Big shout out to Knowledge of God, hip hop is real all day. We here, y'all. DC to New York and back. Wrong shit. Chi Ali BX. Get that book, Another Kind of Freedom, at ChiAliBX.com. Peace.
All my niggas know it's street shit. I had my hood blow down the precinct. And these guns ain't for show. Hitters with me, ayy, where I go. I'll blow you down, I'll blow you down.
They're a lot smoother when the shots are cold, lock and load. Heavy metal on me, let's rock and roll. To his chin like a boxer pose at a kick. And whip his soul, Dr. Shows, rap. I said rap is full, the roster closed, so clear it out before the chopper like a helicopter.